an example which is also given in the book. So this is an example of DNA fingerprinting, which I'll be explaining you. This is also given. So here, DNA fingerprinting, few representative chromosomes have been shown to contain different copy numbers of VNTRs. For the sake of understanding, different color schemes have been used to trace the origin of each band in the gel. The two alleles is clear of DNA. So suppose there are two suspects, a crime has taken place, and there are two suspects. So the two suspects are, say, individual A and individual B. Individual A and individual B. So these are the two suspects. Their DNA is obtained. Their DNA is taken by the forensic department, and then it is studied. The chromosomes which are considered here are chromosome 7, chromosome 2, and chromosome 16. So chromosome 7, this is first we are taking chromosome 7 in both the cases. So in chromosome 7, of course, the chromosome has two segments, as you all know, two chromatids. This is chromosome 7 of individual A. This is chromosome 7 of individual B. Then another chromosome which is taken is chromosome 2. And this is chromosome 2 of, I'm not drawing the VNTR just now, I'll draw the VNTR afterwards. Right now I'm drawing only the chromosomes. So chromosome 2 of individual A, and this is chromosome 2 of individual B. And then the third chromosome which is studied is chromosome 16. So this is the chromosome 16 of individual A. Chromosome 16 of individual B. These are the chromosomes. Now, the VNTRs in them, the repeated sequences in all the chromosomes are, chromosome 7, there are 3 repeated sequences. So 1, 2, and 3. The 3 repeated sequences here. I think I should better use some other thing because this way you will not be able to see it clearly. So I'll use some other thing. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. 1, 2, 3. And here there are 8 VNTRs. First here, the second chromatid, it has 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here there are 8 VNTRs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 here. The next one has 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 here. Okay. The last one we have 5, and then 10. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are the V and TRs, variable number of tandem repeats on chromosome 16 of the individual A. Now in individual B, what we have is 10 and 9. So here we have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 here, and the second one has 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 here. 9 here we have. The next one, in the next one we have 8 and 7. 8 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 and 7 in chromosome second of individual B. Then we have 5, and then we have 2. So these are the V and TRs on the chromosome, these 3 chromosomes of individual A and B. Now what is done? Electrophoresis of both is done, of this as well as this. When electrophoresis is done, this is the gel electrophoresis which is done. This is the first plate, and this is the plate for this. When electrophoresis is done, now what we have here, on this number of short tandem repeats, this what we give it the number 12, 11. I'll write in the middle, and that will be for both. The number of tandem repeats 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we have these number of tandem repeats, and accordingly we will adjust our DNA fragments will be adjusted on this agarose gel plate electrophoresis. Now if we see the first one which is chromosome 7, I'll represent the chromosome 7 by a cross. I'll represent the chromosome 2 by say by a tick, and by this by a dot. So chromosome 7 here, these are 3. If you see, chromosome 7 is 3. So chromosome 7, the first chromatid, the band will come here. The band of chromosome 7, it will appear here. So I'll just make it chromosome, it has 3, so it will appear here. So I'll make it like this, the band with 3 crosses. Okay, then we have 4. The next we have 4. So it will appear in, this is for individual A, it will appear here in front of 4. So this band will appear somewhere here in front of 4. Then we come to the next one, which are 8. 8. So 8, here 8, it will appear, the band will appear here, 8. Then we have 3, 3, 6, 7. So it will appear here. The next band of this will appear here. Then we have 5, 5 of chromosome 16, 5. So it will be seen here, 5. And then we have 3 and 3, 3, 10. So this 10 will appear here. According to their size, they will appear. The ones with longest tandem repeats, they will, they stay here. They don't go farther. They don't go farther because the farther, which one will go farther? The shortest one. They will be able to move. But the ones with more, which have more tandem repeats, they stay near only near the from where they start. Wells are here. The wells are here. So they start from here. They start moving towards this side. So the shorter ones they go farther, whereas the longer ones they remain here. So this is the longest, which has 10 tandem repeats, and it stays here. So we have got all the three here on the electrophoresis on the agarose gel. Now for this, what we have is 3 and 3, 6, 9, 10. So this, which I'll be representing by cross, the seventh is at the 10th place. So this is seventh chromosome at the 10th place, which I'll be representing by cross. Then we have another one, which is 3 and 3 and 3, 9. So it will occupy this place, ninth one. Then we have another 3, 3, 6, 8. So another one we have at 8. So this one here. Then we have 3 and 3, 7. So the seventh one occupies this place, this in front of 7. Then we have 5, chromosome 16 at the 5th place. Just 5 base sequences. Okay, 5 tandem repeats. And then we have 2 tandem repeats here. 2 tandem repeats over here. So the shorter one, they go farther, whereas the longer ones, they remain up. Now this is what the fragments of tandem repeats, fragments of DNA which we have got on the agarose gel after electrophoresis. This is what we have got. Now, see, the DNA fragments, they move according to the number of tandem repeats in them. The more tandem repeats, the more the size is bigger and they move farther. So the larger ones are here and the smaller ones have gone down. Now this is what happens. Now this is the DNA of the individual A on agarose gel, and this is the DNA of individual B on agarose gel. Now these were the two suspects. These were not the ones who have who have done the crime. These two are suspects. We have taken the DNA and we have taken the DNA fingerprint on the agarose gel. We have taken the fragments of DNA on agarose gel. Now, on the crime scene, some blood or some hair follicle or some skin was also found, okay, on the crime scene. So sample was collected from the crime scene. So the sample was collected from the crime scene. And this sample, which was collected from the crime scene, it was matched with, first of all, the same thing was done, electrophoresis was done, and then it was matched. And what happened after it was matched, with which it got matched? What was obtained from the crime scene was this. After electrophoresis, what we got after electrophoresis, what was done, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The number of tandem repeats. And what was obtained was this. The second band was obtained here. The third band was obtained here. The fourth band was obtained here. The fifth band was obtained here. And the sixth band was obtained here. If you see this pattern which we got from the sample which was collected from the crime scene, it matched the B individual. If you see, it is matching the B individual. Am I right? This is matching with individual B. The sample collected, it is matching with individual B. So this DNA pattern, it matches with individual B. Am I right? Am I right? It is matching with individual B or not? Or with A? With what is it matching? Yes. With what is it matching? With individual B or individual A? Yes, beta. Yes. Yes, bache. Is it matching with individual A or individual B? It is matching with individual B. Paras is saying. Yes, Sukhsahaj is also saying it is matching with individual B. So that means out of the two suspects, individual A and individual B, the one who has committed the crime is individual B. So first the suspects, their DNA is taken. It is seen on the electrophoresis is done, and it is the DNA pattern is taken on the electrophoresis on the agarose gel, and then the sample from the crime scene is collected. It is electrophoresis again on the agarose gel is done, and then the bands are matched with what with the suspect, whichever it matches, that is considered to be the criminal who has committed that crime. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? Anything you want me to repeat in this? Or this example is clear? Yes, bache? Is this example clear to you all? Or anything which you were not able to understand? Yes, beta? Clear? Paras is saying clear. Okay, fine. Sukhsahaj is saying clear. Chitra is also saying clear. To others also, Amit Katoj and rest of the students, is it clear? Gunjan, okay. Amit Katoj, fine. So, beta, this chapter, which chapter you want me to start with you the next? One topic is their Human Genome Project, but that is very theoretical. The outline of that I'll be telling you. The process is, very theoretical type, so you don't need to take too much of time in that. Just the outline of that I'll tell you. But after this, which chapter you want me to start with you? Yes. After this, which chapter you want me to start with you? Because this chapter will be over. Evolution. Sukhsahaj is saying evolution. Is evolution okay? Most of the topics in that chapter is, I think, deleted. Hardy-Weinberg's and all are deleted, but those are very important topics. Needs to be done properly. Evolution? Is it okay, evolution? Ecology? Okay, fine. Okay, first two chapters of ecology? First two chapters of ecology? Okay, I'll be taking the, I'll take evolution and ecology both. But first I'll take, because last time it was Sukhsahaj's choice that let's start with this molecular. So I've done molecular. Now this time some other child's choice. Let's start with, okay, Chitra is also saying evolution. Yes, I'll start with it. But let me do this ecosystem chapter first, because last time it was your choice. So this time let it be some other child's choice. Fine. So ecosystem is okay. And after ecosystem, I'll be doing the next chapter. Is it okay, beta? Is it okay? Yes, bache? Okay. Okay, fine, fine. Amit Katoch is fine. Okay, fine. I'll start with ecosystem, but just an outline of Human Genome Project, a little, because we are left with very little time, less than 5 minutes. So I'll just tell you a little about this Human Genome Project. Basically, you know, this project was to find out the base sequence in case of in the human genome. Genome means a complete genetic constitution. So it was estimated that in human there are 3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pair. It was estimated that total base pair, estimated base pairs in human. Those were considered to be 3 into 10 raised to power 9 BP. So many base pairs in human beings. This was an estimate, because they wanted to go through this project, and finally after that only they were uh, uh, if you do a project, then only you come to know that so many things are there, so many genes are there. So before, this was an estimate, just that in human being the number of base pairs are 3 into 10 raised to power 9. Now the cost of sequencing one base pair, cost means how much money was spent if they came to know, if they wanted to know, if they explode one gene, one base sequencing of one base pair. So cost of sequencing to find out one base pair, sequencing of one base pair, it costs about $3. $3. Cost of sequencing of one base pair, it costs about $3. Then in that way, estimated base pairs were 3 into 10 raised to power 9, and cost of sequencing of one base pair was $3. So cost of sequencing of estimated base pairs, that means cost of sequencing of 3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pair, how much did it cost? It will cost about estimated. So cost of estimated base pairs, that means all base pairs, it would have been about $9 billion. $9 billion, the expenditure. Then, because this was a new project, and for this, new softwares were required, new apparatus were required, because they had to enter all the data, all the base sequences in a software, and they had to use new apparatus for this project. So what happened that new softwares, new apparatus was developed for this project, new softwares and new apparatus were developed, and these new apparatus and because of development of new apparatus and new softwares, a new branch of science came into existence, and that new branch of science was bioinformatics. New branch of science came into existence, and which was bioinformatics, because they needed new softwares to put the data, okay, of this base sequencing. They needed new apparatus to find out various things, to find out the gene sequencing. And for that, a new branch of science came into existence, and that was bioinformatics. This developed, this new branch of science developed. Then, see, finding out the human genome, that was something, which was a mystery of God, and we were going to explore it. So there was some issues, some ethical issues, some legal issues, some ethical, legal, and social issues. And to deal with such legal, ethical, and social issues, committees were developed. New committees were formed. New committees were formed because there were some NGOs which were against this. There were some people from the church who were against this. So, and there were some legal issues also, that you cannot use the mysteries of nature like this, and you cannot play with nature like this, and all these issues were there. So for that, new committees were formed. Then it was estimated that the completion of project required 13 years. 13 years required for the completion of project. It was a mega project. It was a mega project, and 13 years, it was estimated that 13 years would be required for the completion of this project. This project started in the year 1990. Project started in